Get it up in the podcast shortly at y94.com. That one leaving a lot of question marks up. A lot of people, though, are saying they think she was probably being dishonest with what she was claiming there at the end as far as texts go, huh?
Yeah, I almost wonder, too, if it's just because she was upset with what he was saying. And because the fact that she just hung up.
Mm-hmm. Now, I'm going to say that thing that's going to haunt you now, hang up the phone. I kind of thought so, too, to be honest with you. But you can decide for yourself. If you miss any of it, we'll get up the podcast here shortly at y94.com. As we slide into Am I the Jerk? We throw it up on social media every now and then. We basically just say, hey, what's the situation? You thought, you know what, I might be kind of the jerk in this situation. And then we roundtable it here on the show real quickly. And you can certainly put in your votes real quick, too, if you text 35270 with your vote. We have 3 cases today. Am I the Jerk? Case 1 of 3. My grandfather passed away a few months ago and left me a car that he and I actually rebuilt together, so there's a lot of sentimental value there. Grandpa was dealing with some medical stuff, and he got a handicap parking pass a few months before he died. Out of complete selfishness, I want to keep this beauty of a car in the most pristine condition possible, so I put it in the best parking spots possible. I have, yes, in fact, been parking in handicap spots, and sometimes even pretend to limp to the door so nobody judges me for parking there. Am I the jerk?
100% you are a jerk. What if someone who needs that spot can't have that because you're using it? Park in the back of the parking lot. That's the safest.
And that's where you always see those cars like that, right? You go back to the back of the lot and you see all the sports cars and stuff that people, or the brand new truck that still's got the dealer plates on it.
I hope you get caught. You could get a ticket for that, right?
Yeah, but I think you're a jerk for doing that. I think you're a double jerk for, like, fake limping to the door.
That is true.
Like, hobbling into Target so that people are like, oh, that's why he's parked there. That he's like 2 times the jerk.
Yeah, just park in the back. Don't use that.
Yeah, can't defend that one. I'm sorry. Case 2 of 3. Am I the jerk? My girlfriend says I'm a jerk. You guys tell me. We put in our order, a rather large one at that, in a local drive-thru that will remain nameless. I got tired of waiting. It was very slow, so I slipped out of line and drove off before we paid or got our food. She says I'm a jerk because they probably started making some of the food right after we ordered. I said if they wanted me to stay, they should have sped up. Also, there's no way they started the food because they were running so slow and had like 4 cars ahead of us. Am I the jerk?
You are the jerk. Whether they started the food or if you don't think they did, they are still going to make it because your order was on that screen. They don't know that you pulled out of the drive-thru. Yeah, they have no way to know that. So they're still going to make it. That's a jerk move because they worked on food for you that now you're not going to eat. They wasted that food. Jerk.
I think you're a jerk, but if you were there long enough, I would rescind my vote. If you were there like 10 plus minutes, I'd probably go ahead and give you a freebie on that. That's a long time to sit there.
Just pulling out, you can't do that though.
Sure you can.
No, you can't.
Sure you can.
It's drive-through etiquette. You ordered that food, you stay in line, you pay for it.
Now, a lot of places are smart enough that they build them in such a way you can't make that decision because there's like curbing there, and
I've literally never thought that that's why they have the curbing.
They try to block you in so you can't leave, yeah.
I never realized that.
There's actually very few drive-through, especially if it's a newer place, there's very few where you can bolt. You're stuck once you've made that commitment.
Yeah, and you should be. You ordered that food, you pay for it, you get it. You wait in line.
Does it make it better if he'd called and said, just so you know, this is what I ordered. I did leave line because it was taking a little long. Is there a way to save that?
I think if you call, hi, I'm in the drive-thru. I just want to let you know this is taking too long. I have to leave. I'm sorry. Then drive out.
Yeah, if you're there long enough, I'd probably give you a freebie on it, but I'm on my own island on that one. And finally today, am I the jerk? Case 3 of 3. My boyfriend and I are expecting a baby. So many babies on the show today. My boyfriend and I are expecting a baby. My boyfriend and his dad have the same name, so my boyfriend is Junior, or the second of this name. My boyfriend thinks it would be fun to name our son the same name and then add the third. So it'd be like Ben Johnson the third, or whatever his name is. I told him I'm sorry, but I hate the idea of continuing that tradition, and both he and his parents seem kind of mad at me, but I sincerely would rather choose a unique name for our son rather than do that. Am I jerked for putting the brakes on their family tradition?
You kind of are. I understand that you would like to have a say in the name of your child, so that's kind of why I say you're not a jerk, but I want to know your reasoning. Why do you not want to keep this tradition up? What about the name do you not like?
Yeah, it does kind of kind of suck. I'm surprised that it was never a conversation, like when you were talking about wanting kids, when you guys started talking about like having kids together, because the fact that he is named after his dad, and it's obviously been a conversation before that he'd like to do that, or his parents were pushing for it. I'm surprised it didn't come up until baby was on the way.
That is surprising. Yeah, I don't know if you... See, I almost feel like you have to keep the tradition. You have to like the name. It's your boyfriend's name or husband's name. Do you compromise? Middle name?
Maybe you could do something like that, but then it wouldn't be the third then.
Someone would say, what if you change it a bit? Same first name, unique middle name.
He could do that, and maybe is there a nickname he could have so you're not always having to use this full thing? Like legally it's one way, but there's a nickname maybe. It would help if we knew what his actual name was.
That's what I want to know. What's the name? Is it the name you don't like? Why do you not want to keep this tradition?
Could his nickname be number 3? Is that frowned upon?
You wouldn't call someone number 3.
Sure you could. Just say 3.
Number 3, come over here. No.
And never seen Stranger Things? There's an 11. Why can't there be a 3?
I think you would call him the 3rd.
No? You don't like it? You should be able to talk this.
Tradition? Why?
Maybe it's a bad name.
I don't know.
It's actually a lame name.
Compromise somehow. I think you have to keep it going somehow.
Do you know what sucks? So if you do this, I mean, every time this happens, the next generation is like more and more obligated to do it. Because like the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, like after there's been so many, I mean, you become more and more obligated to continue it. Otherwise, you're the person that broke the chain.
Does that actually go on your birth certificate, like the 3rd or junior?
I literally have no idea. I don't know.
I wonder if that's why she doesn't want that extra part.
And do they just put like 3 dashes, like a tally
like
mark?
a Roman numeral?
I'm not sure what that looks like. I have no idea.
I don't know how they do that.
I've never been a junior or a 3rd, so I don't know. Just another one of those idiots named after a number, I guess.
I didn't even think about it. Okay, first off, he would be like Ben the 3rd. John the 3rd.
Yeah.
He's not going to go by 3.
I think it's something to think about. Something to think about.
Someone said call him Trey for 3.
You could call him Trey. It's not a bad idea.